Hello, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. Welcome along. Today is Monday the 10th of February 2025 and this has just arrived via FedEx all the way from the US of A, and boy oh boy am I happy to see this. I want to say a massive thank you to John Alec. If you don't know his channel, go check the description below this video. I'll put a link to one of his videos, which is the build of this very kit. And go and watch. He's done 2 videos at the moment as I speak, and it's going together beautifully, but he's finding lots of errors with the instructions and stuff. So really handy video to watch to set you down the right track if you're building one of these. So I saw him do this kit and I said, oh you lucky swine, I really want that kit, and we can't get it till April. I've since spoken to Gary over at Tiger Hobbies, and he reckons it could be in by the beginning of March, so end of February, beginning of March. So not as long to wait as I thought after all. So yeah, available in the UK if you want to get one from Tiger Hobbies. What you can do, he doesn't do pre-orders as such, but what you can do is go on there and you can click on it, and it'll give you the option to email you when it's available, and then they can get in touch and you can get one from there. He is the importer for Ryefield models, so basically when he sells out, no one gets any. So that's basically it. But he does actually, don't worry, if you've got a pre-order from somewhere else, one of his retailers, he actually allocates. So it's like, I know for a fact with the Very Fire Yamato DX edition, they're all taken up. Okay, so I think it's the DX, maybe the Advanced, I think it's the DX. They're all taken up. So he won't have any for sale, but his suppliers or his retailers will. Okay, they're the people that buy from him. So that's enough waffling out of the way. By the way, at the end of this video, I am going to talk about what is coming in to Tiger Hobbies at the end of this month. There's some really exciting, lovely stuff coming in, and I will talk about that and let you know what will be on the horizon. So this is the Ryefield model, kit number 5129. It's the M109A7 Paladin. It's one of my favourite self-propelled guns ever. I love them in Israeli colours. I think they look absolutely amazing in that Israeli colour with all the red bits all over them. But obviously at the moment, a bit sensitive doing that scheme, so probably won't. But I'm not even sure if that's available in the kit. But here we see it in the sand scheme. It's available in all sorts of different colour schemes. I've got the AFV kit of this, which is actually in Israeli guise. I can't remember what they call it now. The Israelis give everything their own name, don't they? And it's typical AFV. It's very high part count, and it looks like it's going to be very fragile. And a lot of AFV kits I've built where you get the wheels and stuff all moving, the suspension moving, it all tends to have a bit of play in it, and it's all a bit whereas Ryefield model stuff is much better in my opinion. So this being a brand new tool, it should be awesome. So quick look around the box. So on the side here we have CAD images, and we can see we've got a metal barrel, we've got a 3D printed muzzle brake there. The features on the front: metal barrel, workable tracks. I think it's got about 1,500 parts in the tracks alone. Movable torsion bar, 3D printed muzzle brake. Hatches can be opened or closed. Well, that's no point in that if there's no interior. I don't think there is. And there we go. So on the side, as you see, 3D printed muzzle brake. We've got a metal barrel, which is very nice, and you can see lots and lots of little features here. We've got opening hatches and everything. We've got storage. We've got PE on here. We can see here's our workable tracks with the jig and everything to put them together. And here we've got the basket on the back there. So we've got options for different types of stowage. You can see there's that one there on the back, on the side. There's one on the back. There's one on the back, and there's one on the side, sort of. So there you go. So you can obviously have these. It's the same thing reversed by the look of it. And there we have a 3D image of the actual model itself. I wish we had an actual image of the actual model itself, because that doesn't show you bad seams, ejector pin marks, whatever. And this is basically what's in the box. So there we go, lots of it. And you can see it's a very sort of square shaped tank when it's actually built. It's actually a self-propelled gun, but I will keep calling it a tank and get told off. You will also notice on here, as with all American kits, they have this lovely clear cellophane on them, which stops people going in the shops and opening the boxes, which is sometimes a pain if you want to have a look and just check the kit you're buying has got good clear parts, or or the decals are okay, or the PE's not bent or whatever. You know, if we've got a kit that we know has got an issue, then it's good to be able to look in the box and see that the one you're buying off the shelf doesn't have that issue. But then 99% of kits these days are actually bought online, I should imagine. So, but there we go. So that's the cellophane removed. So that is how we will receive the kit in the UK, in a box with no cellophane. So let's get the box open, and as we can see, crammed with plastic, this lovely Riffield model tan colour plastic. It's a pleasure to work with. We've got our, wow, look at the size of that muzzle brake, that's huge. Got a 3D printed muzzle brake there. So that's very nice indeed. And sprues upon sprues upon sprues, all individually bagged by the look of it. Oh no, there's two together there. And then here we've got the bit I absolutely love. There's our tracks. So very, very nice indeed. And let's have a look. There's also upper hull new. No, lower hull new, I think. So they've got this rib going across. I'll have to check John's video and see if he's got that with his. But, I don't know why they put the old one in as well. Maybe all will come clear in the instructions, if I can ever find the bloody instructions. Here we've got our polycaps. We've got clear parts, which is great. We've got decals, we've got PE grills and stuff. So we'll have a look at all of that in a minute. But first of all, as with all my reviews, we'll have a look at the instructions. So, nice matte instructions. Thank you, RFM. So many glossy ones about these days. So, there we go. Nice A4 colour instructions with a lovely image on the front there. You can see here's a list of the icons for the assembly. And here you've got some caution down here about don't eat the plastic and stuff like that. So, the first thing I can note here, this is what I can remember from John's video. This piece here, which is, there it is there, it's E, whatever number that is, I can't see it. That there isn't even called out in the instructions. So you've got all your torsion bars going in. Remember not to glue these ends, just glue that end in. You might also consider gluing the arms on before you glue the shafts in, and that way you run no risk of getting glue on the chassis and having one torsion bar seized up or whatever. I think that's the way I'd rather do it, is glue them into the arms first and then glue them in, making sure the glue stays away from there. But we've got a sprue call out there. I'm going off track here. Sprue call out here, 4 lots of track sprues, which means we get 4 jigs, which is great. And yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. So here we have our gearbox end covers going on. We have some towing apparatus. Nice to see this is all plastic. We've got a bit of photo etch there for a number plate by the look of it. And we've got plastic for the mud flaps and that. So it's not overly heavy on the photo etch by the look of things. Sometimes Riffield model are a bit much photo etch. But I like the way they're giving you the options these days. So here's our sprockets going together and on our road wheels. So again, we've got separate tyres, but no doubt the wheel rim will be in the tyres because they have that step in that you can't actually physically mould without making the wheels in 2 pieces. So don't sort of think you can paint the tyres and then put them on. I did notice on the photo etch if we get a tyre painting jig. Yes, we do, but do we or not? I'm not sure. I don't think we do. And then we're going to add the hatches here. So if the hatches are going to be closed, no point in adding any of that inside. Just glue it all shut. Job done. I'm just wondering, is there an option? Okay, so it looks like the whole thing lifts up. Oh, okay, so it actually, yeah, okay, so it actually comes up partially to give the driver more headroom. Otherwise, it's just shut straight down. Yeah, as you can see it there, it's just down. Okay, so coming on here, we've got a photo etch plate going on the side, a couple of bits and pieces, and then the upper hull going on. I'd be tempted to do this before I actually fit all the wheels, but they're all on polycaps anyway, so they can come off. And then if we've got any seam work to deal with, they won't have the wheels in the way. And then we've got the back plate going on here. This is the engine access. And then here we've got our track links go together. So we do have separate track pads, but unfortunately they're moulded with part of the track. So I do wish the manufacturers with track pads would give us the track pads as a separate piece so we can paint them and then glue them on. rather than have to try and paint them all individually, because it's a nightmare. But you can see you've got the horn going in first, and then we've got the track pads, and we've got the upper pad going down. So we've got, per link, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, and we've got to do 89 of those for each side. So if that was 90, that would be 540 parts, so that's 1080. Take away 12 is 1068. So that's not so bad. So there you go, over 1,000 parts in your tracks alone. And then you're going to build up your tracks just like so. Rear plate going on there. And then we've got the actual greeblies going on the top here. So we've got some hatches there for, that's going to be for emergency access, I'm guessing. Or is the engine in the front of this? Ah, okay, sorry. That door on the back is crew access. It's not engine access. The engine's in the front, because we've got all the covers here over the engine. So that's engine access there. And then we've got these lights and everything going on. Lots of little bits and pieces. It's telling us not to cement certain bits and pieces. We've got some photo etch shields going on here. Yeah, that shield there is in photo etch, so that's nice. Not quite sure what it's for, but it's there. And then we've got here, we have the light covers going on, so they're very nice indeed. And another hatch. And then here we've got, is that the flare chutes? I think that's the flare chutes with the doors open and folded down. Or you can have them open, folded up, but they're in photo etch anyway. And then we're starting on the turret, so we're going to build up the breech, which looks quite simplified. I don't think we have any interior detail in here, do we? I don't think we do. So we've got the actual breech there where the barrel's going to go in, and then we've got the base of the turret going on. We're going to build up the hatch. That's going on to the top of the turret. Then we've got this big triangular section going at the back, ready for the roof to go on. And then we've got this, that's an optical, some sort of equipment. And then bits and pieces here. We've got some rods here for the for cleaning the barrel. We've got some water cans there. And then we've got the top plates going on. We've got, is that ammo boxes or just storage boxes on the top? Got another storage box there. We've got some hinges there for folding up, lifting up bits and pieces. We've got some tools here with metal clamps. So we've got brass clamps for all of this. That's probably going to drive you absolutely crazy. And then here we've got the, not sure what that is. And then we've got a sledgehammer there. We've got hatches, more hatches, and this plate here, whatever that is, that's some sort of vent, I'm imagining. And then we've got the 50 cal on the top, which is made up of many different parts. And we've got our 50 cal here. Yes, I've edited because I just went off on one I didn't know what I was talking about. So we've got a 50 cal here going together. So you've got the handle going on the side, you've got the handle on the back, and then we're going to put them to this mount and then bring it over, fit the ammo box onto the side with the ammo and everything in there, and then it's going to go down onto that mount. Again, we've got no cement in there, so I don't know how it's going to stay together, but it must be a nice tight fit or something. And then here we've got, what is this? This looks like part of a gun mount for a really, really sexy looking gun. Yeah, there it is there, with a big fancy sight on it. So you'd have to go for that one, wouldn't you? So you're going to build all this up, add all that to that, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's that bit in the middle there, look. The instructions in these rifle kits can be a little bit misleading. They're not exactly clear. So, you know, if it was trumpeter, there would be arrows telling you where to go. And then this one here, that's going to go together with that one. And then we got these boxes going on the side. And then we're going to build up the gun here, so 50 cal. Are we using the same parts? No. So we're not using the same parts, so it's not an option of this gun or that gun. And then we can put this in here. We've got the ammo belt going in the side, which is all very nice. And we've got the choice of 2 different types of ammo belt. And we've got the choice of the smaller gun or the larger gun going into the same mount. So as you can see, you can easily get quite confused with these instructions. And then that's going to go together in there. And then we've got that sight going on there, if that is a sight at all. And then you've got the option here of the machine gun that we've just spent ages building up here with all the sight and everything on the front. Or we've got this one here, which is much simpler. There we go. So lovely, lovely, lovely. And then we've got this box here going on the front, whatever that is, some sort of storage box for keeping something like a rolled up sleeping bag in. I'm not sure. And then you've got an armor plate going on the side to cover those. Not sure if that's an option or whatever, but it's covering your cleaning rods anyway. And then we've got this box here, which is all stowage now. So we've got all stowage boxes being built up, and we're going to add that big stowage box onto the back with this big unit on the top, whatever that is, dehumidifier, heater, something. And then we've got more water cans to make up. Is that fuel? There's fuel, and that's water. And then we've got more stowage with the base in there for that one. We've got a grill going on the back of there. We've got this stowage box here with the grills in, so it's basically a repeat of that one. Okay, so they're calling that A9, they're calling this A10. Or is this just... It's so confusing. I'm not sure if this is that and then that becomes that because we're building up a bait. No, it's not. You see, you've got the whole thing here. I don't quite know what's going on. You've got the two options, so they look the same. They're left and right-handed, clearly. So when you're going through the instructions, but at first glance, it's a bit misleading. And then you've got the option to add those on there, or you can add them onto the back. Okay, and then we've got the metal barrel here with your 3D printed parts going on. We've got the antenna going on here. You probably want to make those yourself rather than use the plastic parts. And then here we've got there's a towing, like a pin tool there. And then here we've got, what's this? This is the rear door for the crew access or troop access or whatever. So that's going up, some bits and pieces going on there. All that stuff on there is on the inside, so you may as well just leave it out and keep it in your spares bin. You've got a nice little fire extinguisher or whatever that is. You've got all these little photo etch bits here. You know, what's the point if you've got no interior? I would imagine they're going to bring out an interior kit for it. So this is the way Rayfield Model are going, I believe. We'll see when we see the interior parts if there's any detail. And then here we got this beautiful mechanism here for this big towing pin. Oh, it's not towing pin, it's the gun lock. Sorry, it's the gun lock which is going on the front. So I called this a pin to it. It's a towing, a gun lock for holding the gun in transportation mode. So here we go, typical Rayfield Model. We've got a brown one, no idea of year, location, even what army it is. It's probably American, but you know, who knows, eh? And then over the page here we've got a green one. So you can do a brown one or you can do a green one. Great. So let's have a look in here. What have we got? So for some reason we have these two hulls and they look identical other than this one's got a rib in it. So, and it says upper hull new. So I'm not quite sure, maybe this was a bit flimsy, but I don't know why they put that one in with that one. Why didn't they just take that one out? Unusual. But there's our bottom. Got some triangular bits there, whatever they are. We have some lovely detail there on the front plate. Some nice bolt detail. So yeah, we've got those two there. And then here we have the main. Where's the seal? There it is, there, look. So we get hold of that and get this open. So we have, there's the main hull upper, obviously slide moulded because we've got some beautiful detail going down the side with these massive bolts. I'm going to get the light on now that we finished the instructions. You can see that beautiful, beautiful bolt detail on there, which is very nice indeed. And then we've got all the grille detail on the top, the engine cooling, and all this lovely bolt detail and rings. This is so sharp it almost feels like I could cut my finger on it. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. This is the beauty of getting kits when they're first released. Everything is sharp, the tooling is brand new. but in this day and age you always run the risk when you get a brand new kit, you're the one who gets stuck with the errors, you know, the decals are the wrong way round, or as in this case, if you got one of the first ones, you may well have got the weaker type of upper hull. So here's the actual gun turret, and that's absolutely gorgeous. It is plastered in detail. We've got bolt detail here, we've got an antenna mast there, base, and then we've got some lovely door detail there, which is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. As I say, if you want to see this being built, and you want to see it, you know, being built quickly, go and watch John's videos. He tends to, you know, he'll put like 4 or 5 steps into a 15-20 minute video, whereas, you know me, I'll put half a step into a 1 hour video. So some people like my style, some people like faster styles. You pay your money, it takes your choice. Well, you don't even pay your money with YouTube, do you? So here we have the back of the actual turret. So that's gonna go on the back of there like that. So you can see it's a big old beast, this thing. Big old model. It would look great on the back of a nice tank transporter. So yeah, again we've got the texture detail on there. We've got, so obviously it's going to go that way up. We've got this lovely large bolt detail on there. I'm not sure what that large bolt detail is. It's is it holding on some sort of additional armor plate, some sort of reactive armor plate perhaps? Okay, so we've had a look at the main parts. Now we can get through the sprues. So we'll get the box down here and we will have a look. So we have, first of all, off the block, we have Sprue F. These resealable bags are very good. You can't see the side, the seal. So here we have, as you can see, rifle model 2024. It's a brand new tooling, and we can see the moulding is absolutely stunning. We've got texture detail on those parts there, as you can see, which is absolutely gorgeous. We've got all the that's for the ammo boxes in there. And then we've got this vent all closed up. Pivot pin on there, look finely moulded. Be careful not to snap that off. And the rope moulded in plastic, which is nice to see, better than trying to replicate it with stiff wire or hairy string. There we go. Look at the detail on there. You can see the gorgeous detail on there is lovely. Very nice. I want to keep this in its bags, guys, because it's all so new and so crisp. I'd hate to think of it knocking into other sprues and getting damaged. In fact, what I'm going to do is put those in that box up there. Right, so getting myself sorted. So this is sprue B. Can't even read now. So this is sprue B, and this is clearly parts of our breech. And we've got the muzzle there in plastic, so you've got the 3D printed one, you don't need that. There's that part of that sighting gear, or infrared, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. There's our cleaning rods there. You can see on there we've got these spring detail. It's probably for a hatch or something. You can see on there the spring detail on there is gorgeous. That's actually, no, it's probably for the travel lock, the barrel. But yeah, beautiful. If you're doing this on a tank transporter, put the barrel in the travel lock, because that's how it would be. Beautiful. Very, very nice indeed. I'll just give you a little walk around so you can see how lovely it is. As I say, it's available in the UK soon. It's not available yet. But it is currently, I believe, it is currently, your kit is currently in a container, and either on the high seas or about to go on to the high seas. The other thing to be wary of, guys, is prices, because what's happening, as you know, all over the world, exchange rates are extremely unpredictable at the moment. So that only means one thing for us: prices will go up. So when you see someone, including me, do a review and they tell you that the kit's going to be $49.99, don't be surprised when you find out it's $54.99. That's what's happening. I spoke to Gary about some other stuff yesterday, not yesterday, Friday, and yeah, he's sort of saying, you know, it's going to be less than this. It's going to be sort of, you know, it was going to be this much, and now it's going to be perhaps £5–10 more. But unfortunately, that's the way of the world. It's either that or don't get it, because they won't. You know, you're not going to get. You're not going to get people. You know, the Chinese will charge a price probably in US dollars. The UK importer will pay the price in US dollars, and when the exchange rate's poor, the UK importer makes less money. And if it goes negative, then he's obviously not going to do it, is he? So there we go. So we've got our water and fuel containers there, jerry cans as you might want to call them. Got some beautiful tools here, really, really finely moulded, very slim. We've got machine gun parts there. There's the ammo box there with the ammo there ready to go into the side of the gun. Very nice indeed. It's the base of one of those storage bins. And there's that little fire extinguisher or whatever it is that you can keep for your spares box. So that's Sprue C. We've got 2 of those. So we're probably going to end up with some beautiful, finely moulded spare tools for your hobby boss stuff. So that'll be nice. Get that put in there. There we are. Right. Oh, come on. Some of these resealable bags have the glue actually on the bag. Well, I would much prefer that. Wish they did all of them. Okay, so here we're getting into the big stuff now. So we have, this is Sprue D. This is our wheels. So we can see how pretty our wheels are. So obviously we have 2 of these, as you can see, and the wheel detail is gorgeous. Look at that. That central hub detail and the stud detail is beautiful. Really nice. And we've got our idlers there. You can see the detail on those. You could imagine these painted in tan with a wash on them, look amazing. We've got our radius arms there. There's one broken off. And it's not in the bag. Oh no. Oh no, I could always make a resin one, can't I, if I need to. Yeah, it looks like we've definitely got one of those missing. Because it's not in the bag. And it's not on the sprue. Oh, bloody typical. John has the goodness to his heart to send me this from America and it's got a missing part. How on earth am I going to deal with that? I'll have to make one. Unless we find it wedged somewhere else in the sprues. That'd be good, wouldn't it, if it was? No, I'll have to make one out of resin. I think we need the... there's 1, 2, 3... Yep, there's 6 wheels per side, so we need 6 radius arms per side. What a bummer. Never mind. That means I'll have to buy silicone and resin because I don't have any. I'll check the floor. Maybe it fell off on the floor or something. We shall see. Anyway, gearbox cover there. That's part of a towing eye there. But we can see there's the tyres with the actual wheel rim on, so that'll go over there and that'll give you that returned rim, which looks absolutely fantastic. So that's beautiful. Really, really nice. Very, very nice indeed. So we'll put those back in their bag. I cannot believe that. I cannot remember the last time I bought a kit that had a missing part. And the one I get is the one that is kindly bought for me by a fantastic follower and YouTuber. And it comes from America. So yeah, you couldn't have it much more difficult to sort out, could you? Right. So here we have our tracks. I won't open this up. But you can see we've got many parts on here. We've got 4 jigs, which is nice, so we can join them together and make up a longer length. But yeah, they are beautiful. They're going to be very, very tedious to assemble, but I absolutely love them, as you know. So I love doing tracks. Interesting. So I'm missing a torsion bar arm, but I've got an extra muzzle. I'll put that in the box with the AFV kit, I guess. So we got our barrel there with our 3D printed parts. There's the back of the muzzle. That's the main part of the muzzle. Maybe there's a difference. I don't know. Very strange. But the aluminium barrel, we'll just have a look at the aluminium barrel, see what the finish is like. That's always the telltale with an aluminium barrel. If it's turned roughly, no, lovely. If it's turned roughly and it's got all the turning marks on it, then it makes it more difficult to paint. But no, very nice, very nice indeed. So that's going to have a coat of etch primer. So that's lovely. And then here we have Sprue H or H, however you're feeling. So there we go. Almost looks like a short shot there, doesn't it? So there's our looks like the hatch, where the hatch is going to go on the top. All sorts of structure here. Another machine gun here. Hatches. Another gun there. It's all gorgeous, isn't it? It's all very, very crisp. Very, very sharp. Got that structure there for supporting something or other. Yeah, very nice. Crisp, clean moulding. None of those horrible Z pins either to be cut off. No flash. Lovely. That one's not going to play ball. And yes, I know you can put it down on the bench with the face stuck down in the people always tell me that one. Okay, so we'll have a look at this. This is the final of the tan sprues. So here we have, this is the base of the turret, the end plates, back plates, sides, whatever. There's the back plate of the hull there with the crew entrance. And then there's the door there. You can see it's got all the interior detail, but it has got ejection pin marks on it, so we'll have to get them out. We've got radius arms there. So maybe, just maybe we're in luck. We'll have a look at the instructions and I'll tell you at the end of the video. There we go. Very nice indeed. Yeah, these radius arms are probably for the idlers or something. What have we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we may be in luck. Maybe we'll be in luck. Anyway. Here we go. And then we have here the clear sprue. So we have this, get this out and have a look just how nice it is. So I'm sure it will be, it being a brand new tool. So we've got that lovely sight there for the driver. So the driver can be sat looking out, protected. That's all very nicely clear. And then you've got the clear there for the sight, so we've got lights and bits and pieces there. So that's all very, very nice indeed. We'll put that away so we don't get anything scratched. Just like so. Polycaps for our wheels, polycaps coming out of our ears. It looks like they're all the same size. And then here we have a little packet, and in here we have our photo etch and some decals. So be very, very careful because they're in there with the decal face. So as you bring it out, it can touch the glue, which can damage them. So here we have SPC Joseph Michael. Wadwabo. They are the strangest decals I've ever seen. They're just black. Just really, really bland. Which I guess they should be. But yeah, very nice indeed. I'm sure they go down lovely. Beautiful. And then here we have photo etch grills. That's all for the stowage. All those straps there for holding everything down. And then little bits and pieces. We've got a vent there that's going on the side of the turret. And then there's those little flap doors for covering up the flare chutes. Various little bits and bobs for the enhancement of your model kit. And that, my friends, is that. So what we're going to do is have a quick look at how many radius arms we need. D18, D17, 5 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! And then that last one is E22. So this was sprue E. So there's those two. And then the ones that we're missing are D17 and D18. So I've got 5 of those. So we've got D17, D18, 5 of those. Yep. So we're good there. And then when it comes to the idlers, do we need another one? No. D19. There. We're good to go. So we've got one missing, but we're going to be okay. Thank Lord for that. I don't like making stuff like this out of resin because it can be a little bit brittle. Plus you have to glue it with super glue. And you know, when you've got a little pin on the end, it can snap quite easily with the wheel on there. So I'm really, really pleased that I only need 5 of them. So that's really good. Thank the Lord for that. It'd be so easy if I got this from Gary, you know, pick up the phone. Here, Gary, I got a bit missing. Right, yo, mate, I'll send you it. Job done. But when it's Sprue Brothers, and it's, you know, and I didn't even buy it from them, you know, it couldn't get more awkward, could it? Anyway, stick around. I'm going to quickly go through with what's coming out very, very shortly at Tiger Hobby. Hang on. Okay, so along with this, sort of end of February, beginning of March, we have the Ryfield model 1/35th scale M109A7 as I've just reviewed. We also have the Gecko Land Rover coming in. So that's really good. It's not called a Land Rover for licensing issues. It's called a military 4-wheel drive vehicle or something, but it's a Series 2 or 3 Land Rover. So that's going to be very nice, and I'm being sent one of those to review and build. There's also a German Panzer VI coming in. I'm not saying the other word. That's coming in, but it's a cat you'll often see at the zoo. So there's a Panzer VI coming in, and that's going to be with full interior. And I think that's Ryfield model. I think that's what he said. There is also going to be beautifully, there's going to be a Great Wall Hobby 1/44 scale C130H. So that'll be a lovely build. There's also a 1/350th British little frigate, which is I think it's a frigate. So that'll be very nice. I believe he's sending me one of those for review as well. There's also a new Panzer IV coming out. You've got the new King Tiger coming, as you know. And also we've got the, from Verifire, we've got the brand new Taco on the way. Not Tacom the kit manufacturer. Taco, the ship, Taco, however you pronounce it. And there's going to be a standard kit, which is absolutely gorgeous. I've got all the instructions for it. I may do a little video on it. So we've got the standard kit, which is going to be somewhere around about the £120 mark. But that kit has got photo etch, metal parts, and 3D resin. I think it's got the metal parts. But it's definitely got photo etch and 3D resin. And then you've got the DX kit, which is going to be about 220, and that's got more photo etch, more metal parts, and more resin. So there you go. So if you like your Taco, then what I have noticed as well from Sen Navy's review, it has bits moulded in that the Aoshima kit has moulded separate that have fit issues on the Aoshima kit. So very, very nice that they've done that. So anyway, that's what's coming at Tiger Hobbies, which is the importer for those manufacturers that I've just mentioned. So I just want to say once again a massive, massive thank you to John for sending me this. I am so chuffed, mate. Thank you very, very much. And so I don't know how I can repay you. It's absolutely wonderful. Such a shame we got the missing part, but so lucky that we don't need it. I'll go and break one now or something. You watch. So anyway, thank you very, very much, mate. Really, really chuffed. I am going to build this on the channel, and I'm going to build it very, very soon on the channel, because it's just something I've wanted ever since I saw it. As soon as they said they were doing this, I was like, yes, want it, because I love the Paladin. It's just huge. So maybe it'll inspire me to finish my tank transport as well. So I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Today is Monday. As I say, Monday the 10th of February 2025. You may well see me on Moss's channel tonight on Airfix and Chill with John Alec as well. John Alec will be there as well. So go take a look. I'll put a link to Moss's channel down in the description below, and you can come over and have a look and come and have a chat with us all. So I'll see you then. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.